Tab from Texas. Let's get it.
Hey guys, what's up? That's right, it is your girl Tab from Texas, coming back through again with another one, real short. Just want to cover candidates for the Heisman. So the first one we're going to talk about for today is going to be the Shedeur Sanders. He's 6'2", 215 pounds. Listen, last year, let me give you some real quick numbers. Okay, 3,230 yards, 27 touchdowns, only 3 interceptions. He got sacked 52 times. Those are numbers with being sacked 52 times. And receivers rerouting. There was a lot of, he was hitting targets with the receivers rerouting because he had no time to really set his feet and plant. He had to throw that ball with his receivers, not even really at their targets, just knowing based on what they practice where they should and supposed to be. Xavier Weaver just was, he just makes sure no matter what happens, I just got to find an open space. I just got to find an open space. Before Travis Hunter got injured and sometime after, just let me find a space. We run these routes 1,000 times. He'll find me. I have Mr. The Shedeur Sanders as one of my candidates for the Heisman for 2024 college football. The young man can throw the ball. The young man can run the ball. The young man can see stuff, and so many people doubted him. But if you just look at him when he played with Truth, when you look at him when he played with Jackson State, listen, a lot of you guys a lot of y'all is now going back to Jackson State to see just how good he really is. This year, y'all going to be able to see how good Shedeur Sanders really is. Because I feel like Jackson State was just a tease. And I thought when he was in Jackson State, I thought he was killing the game in Jackson State. But I think that Jackson State was a tease just based on what I seen him do last year. We're getting sacked. These are numbers with him being sacked 52 times. He is going to be a force to reckon with on so many different levels. And here's why. The way he look at the field and the way he see the field and the way he can feel traffic. Sometimes it's coming at him so fast. He got to try to maneuver quick. But if you see how he handle himself, a lot of times when that traffic is coming. Now, let's be realistic. Sometimes Shedeur has to avoid those sacks by just getting rid of that ball. I understand that you don't want an interception or anything like that, but you have to get rid of that ball. You cannot afford on 3rd and 5 or 3rd and 4 to get sacked 10 yards back, trying to scramble out of the mayhem. You have to get rid of that ball, and you have to get rid of it when you're supposed to. You have to get back to that line of scrimmage to be able to throw away that ball. That's why don't try to run 10 yards out. And I'm hoping that this time, because a lot of times what was happening when Shedeur was scrambling and looking, the receivers was running down the field versus running up to give him an open look. So these receivers have to be better when they see him in trouble. You have to come back to the ball. See if he can find a target to throw the ball to. However, he has to get rid of that ball. You cannot take sacks and lose yards. That's a lose-lose. To already have sacks is already a loss. But to have sacks and still have the ball is a lose-lose. Try to just have just a loss. However, I don't think, listen, this DT2 is about to be a thing. And if you don't have you a shirt, you better get you one. And if you know somebody that makes shirts, you better have them make you one, because this DT2 is about to be a trend. It's about to be crazy. Shedeur is one of, by far, and he has been my Heisman since Jackson State. Although I understand he's not, Shedeur has been my Heisman since Jackson State. And I think because Jackson State was an HBCU, they didn't really care to look at his stats, so they felt like he couldn't hang with the big dogs and he couldn't take big hits from big people. Well, I'm here to tell you that last year, the Shedeur Sanders took big hits from big people. He was taking them hits and getting back up and shaking himself off. He was taking them. It wasn't until the last game that he did not play after taking all of those hits. Dirty hits. Some hits was clean. Some hits was below the belt. Some hits was outrageous. Some hits was late and not called. It did not matter. He took those hits and still got the numbers that is presented before you today. This is why I have the Shedeur Sanders as one of my Heisman Trophy winners for 2024. I also have the Shedeur Sanders taking the Colorado Buffs to the national championship. I also have the Shedeur Sanders having the Colorado Buffaloes being undefeated. I think the numbers is going to be crazy. Not just on the offensive side. I think we're going to get a lot of interceptions as well. But we'll cover that on the next time you talk with Tab from Texas. Coming up on the other side of the day. Let's go. This is a segment of Talk Up with Talk It Out. If somebody wants to teach you a lesson, and somebody tells you that they want to teach you a lesson, come front and center. Because to them, they're teaching you a lesson. But from God, you're getting a blessing. You got it? Let's get it. Let's go. The Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want. Until next time. Yes, sir.